Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. Hope you're having an excellent Tuesday. The colonists out there just got done with a 3-day weekend. It was a very relaxing weekend. The rest of you, I'm sure, had to suffer through a work day yesterday. It's okay. You get more than us, so it's okay. Don't be Jay. Good morning, Alan. Good to see you. Brandon's here early. Thank you very much. Got Jolly Roger, Heath, RSVP. Oh, we do have a Josh Eldridge here. I see a Josh Eldridge here now. And Legalized Shemp. Legalized Shemp, I do get your emails. I just don't, I'm very bad at responding to emails in a timely manner. I usually get to them. It usually takes a while. Hello, Kelvin. Yeah, my 3-day weekend was pretty nice. We didn't do a staycation or anything. We just had a nice relaxing weekend. Me and the missus. We watched a little football. Did a little whale watching. Saw some whales yesterday afternoon we were out by Yokohama yesterday afternoon. Saw some whales. No breaches, but we saw them doing fin slaps and tail things. I don't know what they call the tail things. So I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be in for similar, I can't say exactly, similar action that we got last week. We're still in the middle. We were technically right in the middle of Sentry Aloha. So everybody's still here. And we did some plane spotting yesterday here at the airport, and I could still see one of the E3s is still here, and a bunch of the fighters, I could see them from the other side. Yeah, Black Cat, I'm a pretty lucky guy. So the only thing I didn't put out this morning was my flight radar. Let's see where that is. Everything else should be, I think everything else is in order. Okay, there we go. There were a couple planes up by the terminal. We'll see where they go. We do have Air New Zealand that's coming up rather close. It's about 20 minutes out. So we're, it's normal. We ramp up to the good stuff here at Honolulu. Let's see where my PTZ camera is pointed this morning. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Pretty close. Yeah. All right. You can see we're still, let's see, what time is it? We're still almost 20 minutes till sunrise here, so be a little dark for a little bit. start usually at the same time all year round, no matter what the sun is doing, because I still have to cram 3 hours. I'd still try to cram 3 hours before I have to go to work. So that should tell you how long we're going to go today. We're going to go till about 9:45. Tomorrow, we're going to do 4 shows again this week. I don't know if you guys saw my post on Instagram yesterday. Ooh, what is that? Oh, okay. That's what that is. All right, so we'll go to this camera. So I don't know if you guys saw my post on Instagram yesterday. I put out the schedule for this week. We're going to try to do 4 shows again this week. I don't know if we'll do a Saturday show, but we're going to try to do 4 shows this week. Saturday would make 5, and that's a little rough on your local plane spotter here. So we're going to try to go today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. I will give you a heads up. Tomorrow and Friday will most likely be shorter than the other 2 because they're not normally. Those 2 days aren't normally my show days, so I don't want to show up too late to work 4 days in a row. So we're going to cut those off as soon as the traffic dies down. So if we get fighters on Wednesday and Friday, as soon as I think we're done with fighters, that's when we're done with the show. The other 2 days, today and Thursday, will go till normal stop time of about 9:45. But thanks all for being here. We have our next plane coming in. It is a little small one. It is Mokulele. It is a Cessna Grand Caravan EX. So EX means it has the fine Corinthian leather package. So these people are riding in comfort, coming in from Kanakakai. So let's swing over and get the little Cessna. I like younger. Oh, I like that. There he is. He's still a little farther than I thought, but respectable. Yeah, okay, Legalized Chef, I got a story about that. About getting haircuts and looking respectable that you might find some of the locals might find funny. I don't know how it'll translate. Thank you, everybody. So, as you've probably been aware of watching this show for a while, I don't like to get a haircut. In fact, I try to put it off as long as possible. So usually I get my hair cut twice a year. And one of those times is usually right before Mrs. Reverse Ops' work party. She has a work party every January. So one of those times is usually in January. And that's when this time was. We got a haircut Saturday morning. And when I go around locally here with my hair the way it was and my beard the way it was last week, every time I go into a store, talk to someone, it's, oh, uncle, hey, and then they throw the shaka. Hold the door open for me. But mostly it's the, hey, uncle, when I get my hair cut like this, if I go out like this, it's nothing. I get nothing. No response. I have no idea, Brandon. I just I go to the same lady every time, and I tell her off the collars, over the ears, but don't shave it. And then she does whatever she wants to do. That's my only thing, because when it's short, I hate having it touch my ears. In fact, I hate having it touch my ears all the time, but I'll just let it go. I don't know if you can tell. But it is very pink. Look at how pink this is in the sky. I don't know if it's coming through in the video, but man, there are these huge pink stripes of clouds across the sky. We're not getting like the greatest, I mean, if you poke over here, it's not the greatest sunrise in the world, but up here with these poofy clouds, huge pink. Let's see if we can pick that up in the PTZ cam. Truck cam, PTZ. Yeah, it's not really. Not really like the greatest of sunrise, but right overhead it is super pink. Kind of up towards the mountain. Let's go back to that shot. This shot, you can see. Kind of. Let me bump that up a little. I got too many toys. Yeah. Let's see how pink it is. See how pink it is over the mountains that way. Hello, Charlie Bravo, Wee Linda. Looks like we have a Southwest going out on the other runway. It's going off to Maui. Oh, that is it's pink the wrong direction. $53 days. Wow. T-minus 52 days till I leave Honolulu. What a coincidence. Hello, Simon. Alright, so we're going to have another one go off the other runway. Let's see what we can do about that. Oh. We tried something the other day. okay. Just let me control. Oh, truck cam just decided to shut down. Oh, come on. Right. So much for that theory. We'll try that again some other time. That didn't work. What's that? Yeah, Calvin says it's orange to him. It looks pink to me. But that's not surprising because, as I think this is reverse ops can tell you, I only know about 6 colors. So everything is one of 6 colors. Okay, I get it. Jeez. No, I don't want to be on that. Technology, man, I tell you. Okay, I'm on that signal. What do you want me to do? Jeez. These cameras, they're too smart for their own good. I tell you, they try to do these. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Remind me later. Okay, let's go back to truck cam. Okay. These cameras are too smart for their own good. They try to make them dummy proof, but that only works if you're a dummy. See, it's all my fault though. It really is. I'm not blaming the camera. It's all I try to do too much. When I first started live streaming, my goal. Let's go back even further than that. This is a Hawaiian coming in from the other side, and I can't tell what it is right now. It's a 717, but let's go back way in the annals of time. Way back before cell phones and bratty millennials and things like that. So back in the day, I still like to take regular pictures. One of my true loves is to take regular pictures. And I didn't like carrying around a big thing. I saw these people with these giant lenses and these giant film cameras, and I really liked doing it, but I didn't like all the carrying around. So I had the little disc camera, and I had a little film camera. And then I got into GoPros. Mrs. Reverse Ops bought me a GoPro and said, "Here, try this. It's small." So I've got it really heavily into GoPros. In fact, I shot my wedding with a GoPro. Well, actually 4 GoPros. I put one in my Miley that I was wearing. I put one in Mrs. Reverse Ops bouquet. I put one behind and one in front of the altar. And then I started them all up at roughly the same time so I could sync them all together into one video. And it's split into 4 boxes, and you can watch the entire wedding from 4 different angles at the same time. I was very proud of that. I was very happy with the way it came out. And then flash forward a couple of years, and it was me and Mrs. Reverse Ops' first trip to the UK. I might have missed a little bit of the story, but we'll pretend I didn't. And I tried to do it all with GoPros again, but by this time I was mounting external lenses on GoPros. I had telephoto lenses for GoPros. It was crazy. I was getting way too much into GoPros. And I wasn't happy with the pictures when I came back. So then I bought a camera. I was like, okay, as long as it fits in my pocket. I got a little small Sony, fit in my pocket. And then next thing I know, I'm buying big lenses for it. And next thing I know, I'm buying a bigger camera. And then I'm improving on the camera. Now I have a lens that literally is like 15 inches long. It's ridiculous. So it's my own fault. Everything is my fault. Except for this. This is not my fault. Hello, Jane. Come on, there we go. Jane has gifted 1 reverse ops membership. Looks like Andrew is the recipient, so thank you very much, Jane. So I used to have a rule that if the camera had to fit in my pocket, and now it's just now it's just the other way around. The whale lens, the lens I was using to look at whales yesterday was just ridiculous, and it's just so big. Hello, Joe. Joe Cramond. Sorry. I apologize. My mouth isn't working this morning. Spending 21 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate that. So thank you very much to Joe and to Jane. This is Air New Zealand. This is the one I was talking about earlier. It's a Dreamliner coming in from Auckland. There's a slim chance that we might see this one depart later in the show. It usually leaves right as we're packing up. So if you're new here, that's coming in on 8 left over there. 8 left is the parallel runway to the one we're in front of, which is 8 right. Ooh, do we have another sub? Bum, 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 bum. We do. Thanks, Joe. Is Josh here? Don't forget to subscribe. So I believe this one is an Ohio class submarine. Don't know which one, couldn't tell you. But I believe it's an Ohio class. Alright, so oh, wow. All right, we got an American leaving on the other runway, and then we will come back and say hi to Linda.
Roger, barriers coming up, stand by. Proceed on the runway right. Roger, stand by.
I think that C-17 was just told to cross 8 left. 4-8 right. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Roger, show you clear of 8 right. You can proceed to the pit. Advise them, please.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of them now. One is actually coming down Juliet right now. Sorry, I lost the chat. My chat exploded. So, our good friend. Oh, this is Planes with Scottish Linda. Thank you very much. Sent 1 reverse ops membership. Look like Jenny is the recipient of that. And then, if that wasn't awesome enough, she sent 5. So 6 reverse ops memberships. Thank you very much. Looks like Brian, East Florida, Mr. Crow, Bob, and Brian are the recipients of those. Thank you very much. Please join me in thanking Planes with Scottish Linda.
Wind 0405, Romeo right, clear for takeoff. Traffic on the 7-mile final for the crossing.
Oh, there's something else out there too. Look at this. Hold on. Let's go over to the main camera. Thank you again, Scottish Linda. Got a couple of things going out. We have a C-130, which is not on my thing. Might be on ADSB Exchange, but I don't see it. Jolly Roger, no, the C-17s are not listed as being part of Sentry Aloha. The 135s, the E3. Oh, now he pops up. So this is Titan, or Teton, I guess. Teton, not Titan. Titan would be a much different plane. Teton 36. Traffic to the intersection of the sky, got off to the red hills, top
Charlie 155. Roger, 155. One Charlie departure. Report at 6 level. Yeah, Charlie, thank you.
It's a 757 coming in from Maui. Yeah, Ian, the light has really improved for the sunrise in the last 5 minutes or so. As soon as we get the C-17 departure, I'll show you that. That was very nice. Mr. Crocsman, I didn't know they were doing any Sentry Aloha activity over there. What does that entail? 'Cause Sentry Aloha is usually a Hawaii Air Guard only. We're going to have another FedEx 757 coming in this side. Yeah, I might have to repost that later. That was a really beautiful departure.
traffic up into your left, so we'll say 11 to 10 o'clock. Guys are in south mountain. Number 2 phone is 757 on a mile approximately service, will make 4 right for line. Number 2,
Hello, Jenny B.X. Thank you for the £1 super sticker. I really appreciate it. I like that sticker. That's pretty funny. The hearts in the eyes and the drop jaw. That's exactly how I feel about that last C-17 departure. Hmm. But thank you very much, Jenny. Like, yeah. And just an average plane spotter says Marine Corps Base Hawaii said something about a noise advisory for Kaneohe Bay today through Thursday. It was on their Instagram story. Well, that might just, I wonder if that's just a coincidence, because the only thing I know from coming from that side for Sentry Aloha is the Hawker Hunter, and that's not something they would probably issue a noise warning about. I wonder if they're doing something else. I'll have to poke around, as they say. And it probably tells me I should follow them on Instagram. It sounds like I don't. But thank you very much for the info, and thanks for the $5 super chat. All right, we have a A380 Super that is now just over Kapolei. So we will definitely get this. I know I failed a couple times last week, but we will definitely get the A380 in this show. I say we're going to get the first one. The second one, I say 60% on the second one. That noise you hear in the background is that 757 that's creeping up behind us to park just on the other side of those blue hangars that you usually see in the shot. Interesting. Where's Hawaiian Pyro in the chat? I need Hawaiian Pyro to give his information. All right, so let's see about getting a Honu. How about that? Hello, Keith. Well, I just heard good news over the ATC. The ATC was talking to someone requesting permission for a high-powered run-up somewhere. I didn't catch the type of plane. But he just said all the fighters are calling in for clearance right now, and they'll be out soon. So that's good news. Last week they went out about 8 o'clock. A couple days that were a couple minutes later, but they all went out about 8 o'clock. What we're hoping for also is the E3. There is an Alaska E3 back there. And that's the one I want to see today. Just an average plane spotter. I saw it yesterday sitting on the Hickam ramp. The other one, the Oklahoma one that we saw in the stream last week, it left already. It went out, what was it, Friday? Or Thursday? Friday. And then I came out and got some pictures of it on Saturday. And that Saturday flight, it headed back to the mainland. So the Oklahoma one is already gone, the one we saw last week. There is still an Alaska one here that was here, well, it was here yesterday afternoon. That's as far as I can say. Usually, Mr. Croxman, they will leave. There's usually a getaway day. Sometimes it's divided into two, depending on how many tankers they need. But they don't stay very long after. It's sometimes a day or two, depending on how many tankers they need and how many can fly at the same time. Next one coming in is a Hawaiian. It is coming in from Maui. It's a 717. It's right over here. We have another Hawaiian going out down there. That's another 717. It's off to Lehue.
US 1023, traffic's on a 4-mile final crossing, slotted with calm, relay right, go take off, no delay. Takeoff, no delay, right,
It looks like that C-130 we saw leave here a bit ago, that might be making an approach. How high is he? Yeah, he might be making an approach into K-Bay right now, which is the Marine Corps base over there. So if Gabriel's not awake, he'll be awake here in a second. What? A little skip in the remote. Oh, speaking of Hercules, we have another one going out. Did not even see this one come down. So we have a Hercules at the end of the runway. It is waiting on a sky carrier to cross in front of its nose. Where's it at? Right there. Oh no, that one on the other side, Teton 36, was just doing a touch and go, or at very least a low fly pass. He didn't, yeah, very low. So you might see the sky carrier come in the top of this shot. We'll see if we can. No, it was just a little too high. It's just the Lanai Air sky carrier. We'll see another one of those today. Might be waiting on a second sky carrier. There's another one making the turn. This is the Kamaka Air. Might be waiting on that one as well.
Once every 6 months, whether I like it or not.
I'm sorry, that's Alaska 1028, hold short of 8 right. Alaska 1022, runway right, line of way.
I think we're out of sky carriers now. I think this one's going to go. Alright, Teton's over there trying it again. Let's. Oh, he's just gonna do loops. Keep doing loops. Oh. How about look at the one that's here, Patrick, not the one that's over there. So Jolly Roger, I learned a thing about 6 months ago. About the props on those C-130s. It doesn't always tell you what model it is. I got yelled at a lot in a video I posted. I got a lot of hate, not a lot of hate, a lot of hate comments for me, not a lot of hate comments, but a lot of hate comments for me about, if you guys remember when the skier came through, the all gray one, or the all green one.
Helicopter 3, Charlie, correction, helicopter 5, Charlie Tango, traffic department runway, pull up the caravan, I'll be going south.
There was a all green skier from the New York Air National Guard. That was back, I don't know, December or so. Well, I called it an H, and I got lots of hate in the comments. And people actually took the trouble to email me about how I was wrong. It was a J. There's no way it could be an H because of the propellers. Well, it turns out they have a propeller option that doesn't change it from an H to a J. So I was vindicated. Of course, it's one of those internet arguments where I'm right and they'll never acknowledge it, but so Black Cat, that's kind of a very open-ended question about how far planes can go. Some of them are designed to go very far, like the new 321 XLR or the ERs from the 777 line. They're to go farther. But then there's other ones that are made for capacity short range. Like, if you use the Dreamliner, for instance, the Dreamliner -8, I think goes somewhere around, I would guess, somewhere around 7,000 miles, I would guess. But then the 9 goes like 10% more, 15% more. But then the 10 goes actually less than the 8. So it just depends on the aircraft and how it's designed, and then how they use it, because the 10 was for higher capacity short runs. I hope that I didn't make that more confusing. Oh, the Hercules was crossing right over my head. Look at that. I think that's that Hercules that would just left. I think it crossed back over our heads. So Black Hat, they're about to have one. They call it. What do they call it? What does Qantas call it? The sunset, sun something, sunrise, something, where it's going to go from Sydney to London. And I believe that's going to be around 20 hours. Because right now they go from, there's ones that go from Sydney to DFW and Sydney to London, or Sydney to the, like LA, things like that. And they're like 15, 16 hours. Sunrise. Thank you, Brandon. I believe that's supposed to start next year. I think they pushed it back to next year. Or maybe they pushed it back to 2026 and it's so early in 2026 that I'm just confusing it. But it's supposed to start relatively soon. They just got the plane they're using for that. The first one just got delivered. Yeah, they're going to use, well, maybe, no, maybe not. So it's going to use the brand new A350 1000 ULR. So that's ultra long range. And it's supposed to be a 22-hour flight.
There's for 8680 right on Delta, go to runway 4 left. Yeah, Delta, hold for 4 left, there's for 8680.
The longest flight I've ever been on is about 11 and a half hours. I couldn't imagine doubling that. You get to the 11-hour mark and you're like, oh, we're halfway there. Hello, UK military spotter. How are you? Yeah, Jolly Roger, everything's expensive right now. We were looking at trips for later in the year, and even just going to LA is expensive nowadays. Jeez. We have a 717 coming in. It's coming in from Maui. It's right here. We have a 747 that's just about to cross over Waimanalo, so we'll get that here in a few minutes. Maybe we'll be able to, it's clear enough, hopefully we'll see it overhead. Hello, Yam. So Eham, one of the E3s ducked out of here. The Alaska one was still here. I saw it last night, parked on the tarmac. But the Oklahoma one has gone. Ooh, do we have an Island Jenny sighting? Holy cow. Hello, Island Jenny. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Black Cat, because there's flights that leave, all the flights that leave Asian come here. They go back a day. I don't know if all of them do, but most of them do. So there's flights that you can take like on Christmas or New Year's, and you could celebrate New Year's twice if you come from Sydney or you know, any of the things on the other side of the international date line. And I think you might do that. You might go back 2 days from there, going all the way to London. Black Cat, the parking lot owns that cat. That's O'Malley cat. So there's 2 out there. I was following the one, but there's another one right behind it. That may have not have been a wing wave, but I'm gonna pretend it was. Alright, so that Queen is over our head, but I don't see it in the sky. It's be over to my right somewhere, but I don't see it. Oh well, we'll try to catch it when it comes in the other side. It looks like it's gonna go on the downwind for 8 left, so we'll try to see it in the air over there. The second A380 is now less than 15 minutes away. I don't know, Luke. I can't figure that out either. Yeah, JB, a couple of the plane spotters. I was out here Saturday morning, and a couple of the local plane spotters and I were talking about that building and how great it would be to put a deck on the top of that with a couple of Barco loungers and a refrigerator.
Engineer 8, Roger. Just hold short of runway 4 right, got traffic light.
Next one on the other side is a Japan Air. It's a Dreamliner 9. It's coming in from Nagoya.
First 75 right on Delta, hold short of runway 4 left.
All right, before that one gets here, we might have a 717 coming in on this side. So let's probably take that one first and then, oh, pardon me, head over to the Japan Air. Exactly, JB.
Engineer 8, South runway 4 at barrier, report clear. 422 heavy, hold down cross, runway left to it.
All right, that UPS Queen that came kind of overhead a minute ago has now turned and slid in front of the A380. So we might get back-to-back quad-jet arrivals on the other runway, depending on what comes out here to this runway. I am free. I need to get off. I need to get off the truck and grab my jacket. I am freezing.
Defense 17, crossfire 12 left, 8 left, 6 kilo, Alpha Golf, Park 1 ground point 9. Roger, okay, show you clear. It's pretty good, heavy, hold the tower, runway left for that.
Yeah, I saw two C5s depart yesterday. Was it yesterday we were out here? Yeah, it was yesterday. Me and Mr. Reverse Ops came to the airport to see the Alaska Airlines what's the one they call it? What's the one with the what's the one with all the killer whales all over it? Anyway, that we came down. Mrs. Reverse Ops likes that plane, so we came down to see it yesterday and saw a couple of C5s depart as well. This isn't a contest, Luke. It's an observation. Just because you choose to live into a place that gets down to that temperature, it's not my fault. I don't remember what time the second went out, but the first one went out about 11. All right, let's take that queen now. West Coast Wonders, thank you. Come on, little 747, stay in the camera shot, please. All right, so the next one in will be on that side will be the second super of the day. Before that, we have a Delta. Hey, yeah. Before that, we have a Delta. I believe this one's heading off to LA with the extra X, but I haven't actually looked. All right, next one out on this runway is we're going to switch over to the truck cam just for a second. My Zoom rocker is acting weird again. All right, we'll go back to, let's see, go back to the main camera, find the queen.
okay here, Patrick?
Yeah, yeah. No, thanks to him. Oh, so we got two more tankers down at the end here. One here. One turning onto the thing. After 5 shots at it, I think I finally got a good shot of that tail art on that first one out. All right. I am definitely going to have to get my hoodie. I'll be right back. Hi, good luck with that dentist appointment, Kelvin. We're actually going to be out here tomorrow as well, so if you can make it tomorrow. We're going to do 4 shows this week. Oh, it looks like the Hawker has lit up on Hickam. Yeah, oh, hey, Hawaiian Pyro, Gabriel, our good friend. Someone mentioned in the chat earlier that they saw a noise advisory from K-Bay on their Instagram. You seen any extra activity over there? Well, just an average plane spotter. I think that's what I'm here for too, so hopefully it'll come out. Thanks, Random Aviation. Yeah, it is. It's all relative, I guess, when you spend your whole life between 74 and 84. You kind of get accustomed to it. It's not so bad when I'm moving around. Like, it's not frigid where I can't go out by any stretch of the imagination. But when you're standing still in the breeze, it gets very chilly. This is Hawaiian Flight 10. It's heading off to LA with the Extra X. Ooh, 2 Hawkers. I've never seen 2 Hawkers leave in the same day before. Yeah, Mrs. Reverse Ops and I usually travel, not in the winter, but in the fall when it's cool. Where we're going. Usually I'm okay when we're moving, walking around a city. But today, the sun went behind some clouds and the wind is picking up a little bit. ATI is next. That's a 757. You know, John, it's kind of one of those things where you want spring to come, but you kind of don't, because really this time of year right now, January, February, early March, are the only times we really have a shot at reverse operations. That's really the only time we get wind from the west. I mean, occasionally, rarely, you know, but I love reverse operations here. That's why kind of half the reason I named my channel Reverse Ops is because reverse ops here is awesome. And we won't get that in the summer. It'll be all northeast for 200 days in a row. Mercy Fish, thanks for subscribing. And yes, they do have, there's technically 3 of them. There's 3 A380s that ANA has. And, they're all have the same basic livery with that turtle livery. There's a orange one, a blue one, and a sea green one. So they rotate 2 of them in here a day. They both come from Tokyo. Oh, let me finish this air transport. So back to what I was saying about the A380. So there's 3 of them, and ANA rotates 2 of them in here a day, 7 days a week. They're scheduled about an hour apart. Sometimes, you know, with everything else, they come in a little further apart, or a little closer together. They're scheduled to leave at 11:30 and 12:30 local time. But they come in from Narita, both of them. And the only route they fly for passenger service is here to Narita and back, or Narita to here and back, whichever way you want to look at it. There's a lot of stories in the media, like the last 6 months, about how they're flying empty. That's not quite the case. They're not full every day. But from what I hear, the premium cabins are full and the economy is mixed, depending on the day. So also I've heard that if they sell out the premium cabins, that it still makes money. So a lot of these articles were focusing on empty economy, which that's kind of the gravy on the mashed potatoes there. They're still making money. They wouldn't be doing it if they had several chances to slow down, and they wouldn't keep doing it if they were losing money. That's Hello, Mason. Good to see you. This is Aloha Air Cargo. It's a 300, 737-300. It is heading off to Kailua Kona. That would be the only one I would think of that's running right now, Dubai to London Heathrow. I know Korea, didn't Korean Air used to have 2 that would go to LAX pretty tight, and Qantas a long time ago had 2 that would go to LA pretty tight together. Badger, 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 badger. So we have a FedEx Super Cargo Master, which is what the planes at the end of the runway are waiting for. The first one out is the Southwest heading to Vegas. And behind that, we have a Hawaiian heading off to Seattle. The Hawaiian is there in the center of the shot. That's a 330. The Southwest is a MAX 8. We also have a 717 rolling down the taxiway here, heading off to Kailua Kona. That'll be behind both of them. Oh, thanks, Eham. Oh, you're on truck cam. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go back to main cam there. There we go. That Hawaiian in the center of your shot. There was no Hawaiians back the other way. Well, John, I and others, I added that other shot, the truck cam shot, because I down here I really only had one thing to show you while nothing was going on. So I added the extra camera so I can at least show you a couple other things while nothing's going on. So before, all I really had was this shot to show you when no planes were coming out or going in. But with the truck cam, I have this shot, I have this shot, and infinitely other shots that are much better. So it's all about the options, as a wise man once said. Next one out is that one going to Kona we were talking about. Sorry, I skipped showing you that last one. 'Cause this truck ended up being in the way for most of it, so. He was moving and just right in the way of the plane, so. Next one on the other side is the southwest. We'll see if we'll take that one or not. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. If you don't know who I am or where you are, I can answer those two questions very easily for you. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream and frigid temperature channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right behind me. It is 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, on the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere in the center of the vast Pacific Ocean. So we are in the middle of Sentry Aloha, which is a joint fighter exercise hosted by the Hawaii Air National Guard. So the Hawaii Air National Guard is F-22s. They also have KC-135s and C-17s, but what we're focusing on today is the F-22s. They have invited some of their friends from across the country to come hang out with us. So we're going to get F-15s. We should get F-15s today, and we should get F-35s today. If we're extra lucky, we might get an E-3. So if all that stuff, you like all that stuff, you're in the right place. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We don't always get the F-35s and F-15s, but we get a lot of F-22s here. So if you like the F-22s here, come hang out with us on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And there's a better than, oh, I think I see some fighters coming down right now. There's a better than average chance on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings we'll see some F-22s down here. So we're going to go to the fighters now. Looks like the first ones out this morning are F-35s. I see at least 4 of them right now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks everybody. Looks like we've gone at well over 400 likes. I appreciate that. Oh, the Hawkers started to move. The ATC is yelling at someone, who's on Tango right now?
You're short of the gate left, right? You're on Tango right now. I-7 cross runway left. Aircraft on white.
It's like a game of who's on first over there. He's like, keeps asking who's on Mike, who's on Tango. So these are F-15, or sorry, my apologies. These are F-35As from the 115th Fighter Wing. The F-15s we're going to get are F-15Cs from the 159th Fighter Wing in Louisiana. Oh, I hear the distinctive whine of an F-22. Oh, my Taiwan 1, I have your request. That means he most likely asked for a Hang 10. Hopefully we'll get that. Is that Dan Knob NL, or is that all your last name? I don't know. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go with Dan Knob NL. Welcome to the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. You'll enjoy all the comfort of the 717 as you zip between the Hawaii Islands. The seats in economy don't not recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. O'Malley will be by with your POG drink soon. Thank you very much.
Cross runway left back to the runway, right here, Julia.
Tri-jet do-do-do-do-do, baby. Tri-jet do-do-do-do-do. Down there already. Those are F-22s down there past that tri-jet. So I learned something kind of interesting and funny. Let's see if I can get the story in before these 22 leaves. Those F-15s you just saw are from the 159th Fighter Wing in Louisiana. Their nickname is the Bayou Militia. I knew that. I've known that for a long time. But what I didn't know was when I did some research on this, they used to be called the Cajun Militia. Apparently that didn't fly anymore, so they had to change it to Bayou. But before that, they were called the Kunas Militia. And I'm only going to say that once. You're quite welcome, man. That's what I'm here for. Four more. I think we're up to 12 out. 4 more on deck. Yeah, there's the 4. That's 4 F-22s. I think the Hawker's behind him, but I can't physically see it. Yeah, I think that's him. Next one out's a little slower. It's a 717. It's heading off to Hilo. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. I know there's a lot of new faces in the crowd today, so welcome. If you haven't had a chance to hit that like and subscribe buttons down below the video, I'd really appreciate it. I'd like to take the next step and help out pay the bills around here, help financially. There's membership levels available, starting at just $2 a month. This is a C-37. Is it a B or an A? I don't know. C-37. So as I was saying, there's membership levels available. We do a lot of members-only streams, so it's well worth your $2 or more a month. We also have a merch shop for t-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all kinds of stuff. This plane here is Hawaiian Flight 6. It's a 3:30 heading off to Vegas. This is the Island Jenny Express. I'm so glad to see Jen back in the chat today. I hope you're feeling better. Too far on that one. Next one out should be that baby tri-jet we saw cross in front of us. So I have a little bit to catch up on here. Our good friend Jonathan McD is gifted a reverse ops membership. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, my chat doesn't scroll back far enough to see who him and H. gifted the memberships to. But please, if you see that little notification at the top of your screen, please join me in thanking them. So Jonathan gifted one. Thank you very much. Our good friend H. also gifted one. Very kind of you both. We'll get to this baby tri-jet do now. Thank you very much to H. and Jonathan McD. Appreciate both of you being here and gifting memberships. Looks like we have a couple of new members. Our first is Jacob, 1423. Welcome to the 717 Inner Island Traveler level. I think the next one out should be a 717. That's heading off to Lehue. So you'll be flying in one of these as you zip between the Hawaiian Islands. The seats in economy do not recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. We also have a brand new member joining us straight to the 321 level, skipping right over the 717. Thank you very much. Larry likes truck. But thank you for joining at the 321 level. You'll upgrade to a flying off to mainland destinations, exotic destinations like Long Beach and Oakland. The seats in economy in this one do recline, but don't fear, you and Jacob will still get your POG drink. We'll have O'Malley bring that by soon. Thank you very much to both of you. And we have our good friend Sherry coming in with a gifted membership. Thank you very much. Again, I can't see who was the thing. Sometimes my screen is dumb. My chat window is dumb. It doesn't go back far enough. It only goes back a little ways to show. So unless I get to it right in the second, sometimes it doesn't show me who was gifted the memberships. But the more important thing is thank you, Sherry. So we're not done with the fighters yet. I think we have 4 more F-22s hanging out down there. At least 4. I think I know I see 4. Ooh, a C5 inbound. Thanks, Ian. How far out? Oh, Airframe Productions. Thanks for reminding me, because I promised Mrs. Reverse Ops I would try to get that in the stream today. Oh, there's the C5. Really close. Ooh, I hear Badger. That's more Wisconsin. Oh yeah, it's going to be hard for him to make that approach if he's still at 37,000 feet. And at 37,000 and being, oh, I think I see him. Hold on. I'll come back to the jets when I hear him. Oh, I think I see. Where is he at? Oh, come on. There he is.
run over with you on our Fighter Defense down the center now. They ever pattern over me? Fighter Defense. Sorry, my defense. 190, remember. Please find 1, flight of 4. The cable indicates up on the park. The turn rate is 155. On the main speed 16,000. Wind calm. Runway gate right. No take off. Change to the park.
thought in a million years I'd be able to see that C5. Hello, Aspen. It's also usually we don't get contrails like that here. Usually, I mean, you go to Southern California and all you just crisscross in the sky, all you see is contrails, but here it's actually kind of rare. I'm assuming there's some kind of nerdy weather explanation for that. So I've completely lost count of how many fighters are in the air, but I think it's right. I think if I didn't lose count, I think it's right around 22 fighters in the air. So I mentioned a lot of stuff in the last hour about how you can help support the channel, and I know you probably didn't have a pencil ready and you weren't paying attention because there was cool fighters going by and things like that, but I made it very easy for you. I made a simple little cheat sheet there. If you're on the television, you hit that QR code with your phone. If you're on a computer, you just go to reverseops.com/findme. That'll take you all the ways to support, follow, interact with the channel, because you can support from those links. There's PayPal links and there's membership links. You can contribute to the channel by going to our Discord or Facebook pages and showing us your cool photos, because I'd love to see those. And you can also see what I put out on my Instagram. There's also a link there to our Reverse Ops shop, which is t-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, all that stuff. And there's also a link there to HNL Ops, which is our companion channel here, where right now we have a 360 camera going right overhead. At the end of the show, we'll send you off to that. But that's a really nice link to have. That is the weakest backup sound I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I can't remember if I counted 6 or 8 F-15s. Sometimes I yeah, B Butcher, that was a van's backup signal. You know, a little. You're supposed to usually a beep, beep, beep. This was kind of a. Thanks, Sydney. Oh, hello. How are you? Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Ehim. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on Pokemon. We got Pokemon coming in about 10 minutes. So Mrs. Reverse Ops, if you're watching. Oh, thank you.
Tracking all the flights coming up?
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you doing any more?
I don't know. I think that might be all of them for now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure though. There might, you know, I lost count.
Watch out, watch out. This truck first, man. This truck first. Oh, good driver. all the airplane. Yeah.
All right, so the next one out is actually the next two out are both 717s. The first one is heading off to Kailua Kona, which is on the Big Island. The second one's heading off to Kahului, which is on Maui. Interesting, Felix. I think I've heard of that. It's meant to be annoying, which it was. Yeah, Janet left a little bit ago. Sorry you missed it. We did catch it, so if you rewind a little bit, you can see it. Alex, I use mostly Sony's for my main camera here and my photography stuff. So the one I'm using is a Sony camcorder right now for the main shots. So this shot is it's a little handy cam, little pocket camera. You can see the Sony camcorder there. It's an NX800. If you're interested. That's the one up there. And then up here behind me we have a PTZ camera on a pole that gives you the other beauty shots like that, like this.
He was so excited about getting
And then we have a 360 camera, which is over my left shoulder, which gives you a 360 shot. But that's actually on a different stream. I can't stream 360 and regular on the same stream. So we have a companion channel here called H&L Ops, which has a 24-hour stream with the ATC and flight map overlaid. And then it's got, while I'm streaming, we have a 360 camera going that gives you a kind of a around me view of what I can see. So the 360 camera is, I'll drop a link in the chat there. Thanks, Mike. Every 6 months, whether I like it or not, I get a haircut. So sometime around, you probably get one sometime around June or July when I start getting a little fuzzy in the summertime. So our next one in is the one Mrs. Reverse Ops is waiting for. So I hope she. So I'm giving her a heads up that Pokemon is next on the other runway.
I think it is relevant. The question is, I think so too. I think
another 30 or so seconds, we'll get Pokemon close enough. This is the third ANA flight of the day. The first two were the A380s. They came from the other side of Tokyo. This is the Dreamliner. This is the special Pokemon livery. Yay, Pokemon. There's two Pokemons I know of that they do international flights with. I think there's more than that they do domestic flights with. But the other one is the EV. EEVEE, I think is how you say it. That one I don't think has ever been here. I don't think. I do know I have seen the EVE one at Heathrow though, so that was kind of nice. Yeah, Ian, I saw the videos of that the other day. I never got to see. Huh. Gulfport to Honolulu. Interesting. That's a long flight. Thanks, Mike. I don't think the EVE one's been here. I think that might actually be on a 777 too, if I remember. I'm trying to remember. I haven't changed mics. I did change the soundboard recently, about a month ago. I got a new soundboard. But I think sometimes with the fighters, it just, the sound... thanks, Brandon. The sound just overwhelms. As one of these is a directional mic, which is pretty good, which is what I use to get the ambient noise, and the other is a lavalier mic that's close to my mouth, but I think sometimes the fighters are just so loud. They're coming in the same device, so they should be it should be relatively in sync, though. There might be a slight delay with the audio with my lavalier mic, because it actually is a wireless mic. I've been meaning to get a XLR to lav adapter so I can not have the wireless adapter, because it's just one more battery to remember to keep charged. No, to broadcast I use an all-in-one encoder. So it doesn't require a PC. Even though I use a PC for the chat, the actual show does not require a PC. This is a Qantas 330. It's heading back to Melbourne. Comes in now it comes in just before our show. It actually came in on 4 right just as I got out of my truck when I got here. I got here a little late today. It's 6:15 today. Usually I try to get here by 6, but because of the 3-day weekend and where cars were and logistics and all that, I got here a few minutes late, and it showed up right when I got here. Hello, Robbie. Our good friend Robbie Wilkins, longtime channel member, is coming with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. This is happy 2026, sir. Well, same to you. I hope this year is filled with nothing but prosperity and happiness. Thank you very much. What is that? Is that the Qantas still way over there? On top of the... Oh, it still is the Qantas. He went way around. He must have went way around to still be there. Be interested to see what his flight radar looks like. Let's click on that and see how far he went before he made the turn. Usually they're supposed to turn before they get to... No. Didn't look that abnormal. Never mind. Just ignore me. I'm just babbling here. Thanks again, Robbie. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the super chat. Hey, well, we got a half a second. I want to tell you guys about something that's coming up in April. So, as many of you are aware, there is a aviation creators convention coming up in Atlanta in April. It is April 4th at the Delta Flight Museum. One day only. But I have been invited to be a featured creator at the convention. So if you've ever wanted to meet me and you're nowhere near Honolulu, well, now's your chance. I'll have a booth and still negotiating whether I'll have I should have a talk, but I'm not sure how big of an area it'll be yet. So it might be at my booth. It might be in a room. We're still waiting for the final talks to be ironed out with the host, but we'll be there. Tickets are just $40, and get them soon because they've sold quite a few of them already. I was rather surprised when the person told me how they were sold over 800 tickets already. So get yours soon before they sell out. It's actually a pretty reasonable deal, even if you're just only in the area, because not only do you get access to the full access to the flight museum with your ticket, you also get access to the creator panels, the marketplace, and everything. You get to go by all the creator tables. Every creator should have a table. You'll be able to meet your favorite aviation creators. I know Noel Phillips will be there and a couple other YouTubers. But you can check out av-con.com or hit that QR code at the bottom right. That's April 4th. Thanks, Bravo. So we got about another 15 minutes left. This is kind of where it slowed down on Friday. I don't see anything else in the area. Let's pull up a list. See what we can see coming in or out. There we go. Let's got a lot of small stuff going out. Yeah. So I don't know specifically. I didn't notice anything. It seems that we did 4 of these shows last week, and it seemed like they pushed a few of the arrivals and departures out of this 8 o'clock hour, or sorry, out of the 8 to 9-ish hour. I've noticed the Honus are coming in super early, and some of the other planes might be leaving a few minutes later. I'm assuming they did that to make sure nothing's too delayed with the fighters, but I have no confirmation on that. It's just my observation. Good friend Ian, let's turn this off, is celebrating 20 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Ian. Says loving the cool coverage and tomfoolery. Well, thank you very much. It's always good having you in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, I like some of Noel. I don't like all of Noel Phillips's things, and it's not anything. They're good videos. It's just I don't like watching him suffer. So the ones where he goes on, you know, the longest bus route or the or the crappiest airline in some country I've never heard of. I don't like watching those because I don't like watching him suffer. But I've watched a few. He did a video here in Hawaii about 8 months ago, 9 months ago. Now we have a Wellington Flights live sighting. Hello. We should be getting your New Zealand flight out pretty soon. It should, oh, in fact, it is already pushed back. The Air New Zealand flight 9 is heading back to Auckland here. It's pushed back. Jolly Roger, it could be. Everything feels like it's just the other day to me. I don't know what it is. Lately, nothing like 20 years seems like 5 minutes ago. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I'll give you a good for instance. We have another exercise, another fighter, and well, this one's gonna be a little bit bigger than just fighters. It's gonna have a lot of stuff. But coming up in July, which is RIMPAC, which is every other year. And I really thought that last one, which was 2 years ago now, I thought it was last year for some reason, and I was very confused. Oh, not yet. Oh. What's going on there? So I don't know what it is, if it's just me getting older or what's going on, but everything seems like I cannot believe for the life of me that I've been in Hawaii. This is my 20th year. 2026 is my 20th year in Hawaii. I can't believe I've been here 20 years. It's crazy. And me and Mrs. Reverse Ops, we've been married, I don't know, 12, 13, I don't know what it is, 12 or 13 years. I think this year was 13. But it's just, the time with her feels like it just has just flown by. It's crazy. I heard a theory. Bingo, I lived in Texas. I wasn't born in Texas, but I was raised in Texas, and I moved here. I heard a theory a long time ago that somebody has, it's not my theory, that when you're a kid, let's say you're 10 years old, and it seems like Christmas or your birthday takes forever to get here. It seems like the year just stretches along and your school days are forever, and you know, it takes forever for Christmas to get there. It's because if you're 10, your experience, that's less than a tenth of your knowledge of what you remember of time, because you don't remember all the way back to, well, there are a couple people who claim to remember all the way back to their birth. But generally, you start having good, solid memories about 4 or 5. So when you're 10, your experience of your, pardon me, of 1 year, yes. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime, doubly so. So it's like a fifth of your memory that year. But when you get closer to 20, then a year is a 20th of your memory, or 30th is a 30th. And that's why things seem like they're flying by the older you get, because it's less of your total memory. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like a good plan to me. It seems like a good theory. And until something better comes along, that's what I'm going to go exactly legalize hemp. course, that's another thing. The older I get, I don't feel old. I do not. I have friends who are my age who complain all the time about how they feel old and their ache and they just want to do nothing because they're just feeling older. I don't feel that way at all. Sure, I'm a little slower than I was 10 years ago. Sure, I'm a little achier than I was 10 years ago, but that's because, you know, things happen. But I do not feel as old as I am. And in fact, when I talk to people at work who are younger than me, sometimes I feel mentally younger than them. It's this weird thing. But I do not feel old at all. Thanks, Air Godzilla.
Maybe 54, turn off at the end, taxi out, with you do monitor. Got 173, turn to Oklahoma Tower, traffic 717, 5 mile final crossing runway, roll short of intersection. Wind calm, runway 4 right, clear to left. Runway 4 right, clear to left, Charlie, November. Southwest 1777, runway 8 right, monitor lane traffic arriving, runway 4 right. 4 right, Southwest 1777.
All right, so we're waiting on a Southwest to get to the end, and then we got the Air New Zealand. So, got a couple more. We don't have too much more time. It's 20 till right now, and I do have to get to my day job. So we'll take a couple more planes. Hopefully, we'll get the Air New Zealand for our good friend Kevin from Wellington Flights Live, and then that'll probably be our Hanaho plane of the day. But if you liked what you saw today, all the fighter action, we're going to be here the rest of the week, same time. We might leave a little earlier tomorrow and Friday because of my day job, but we'll make sure we try to stay through all the fighters before we cash it in. So that's 3 more shows this week. We will probably skip Saturday again, depending on how I feel. And then we'll be back at it next week. Sentry Aloha, which is the exercise we're right in the middle of, it ends the 28th, I think. So we still have a week plus a couple days left in the Sentry Aloha. Hopefully we'll get as much action as we did today. I think we had 22 or 24 fighters go out today. Still waiting for that E3. Hopefully we'll get that E3 tomorrow. We did get it last Friday in the show. That was awesome. But if you liked what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know all the YouTubers tell you to do that, but they tell you it because it works. It really helps the channel. That's a nice, easy, free way to help us out here. If you want to take that next step and help us out with the internet bills and the gas for the truck and my haircut bill, because that haircut bill is very expensive. I had to leave a big tip because she put in a lot of work on the hair. If you'd like to take that next step, we do have a PayPal link in the description. It's also in the Find Me link. There's membership level available that start at just $2 a month. So for this kind of entertainment for $2, better deal than Netflix, I think. Because even once the exercise is over, we will still get plenty of fighters out here. We do have 2 squadrons of F-22s based here, so we're always getting F-22s, and then we're getting visiting fighters. Not all the time, but they'll come through here for a nap and fill up on their gas tank, and they'll take off again. So we see some of those too. Delivery flights, you name it, we get it here in Honolulu. So thanks again for tuning in. A lot of new people. Thank you all for finding me, hanging out. We're going to take one more plane here, Air New Zealand, which is second for departure, it looks like. And then we'll head off to work, and you guys can head off to find a new stream. But hang out with us all the way to the end, because we're going to send you over to our 360 camera, which is currently over our head, as soon as the stream ends. And you can watch me pack up in 360. Bravo, I drive what's called a K-truck. It is a Japanese domestic vehicle that was imported to the United States. It's tiny, but it gets me up over the fence and lets me keep most of my stuff on the truck, so I don't have to keep loading it on and loading it off. But if you want to look it up, it's a Daihatsu Hijet. Daihatsu Hijet, 1994 Daihatsu Hijet Jumbo. The Jumbo is the important thing, because the Jumbo makes it like an extended cab, so you can get some stuff behind the seat. Thanks to Mike Smith. Been with us for 19 months at the 321 level. So I'm flying from IDA to Honolulu to Kona tomorrow. And Kona to Honolulu to Hui Sunday. And next Thursday. I'll try to throw a Pop-Tart and a flashlight if we're spotting. I should be here the Thursday and tomorrow. I don't know what time your flights are, but I will be here tomorrow till about a little bit before this. And then the Thursday, next Thursday, we should be out here as well. So I will keep an eye out and try not to get hit in the head with a Pop-Tart. But I hope you're have an awesome time in Hawaii. And thank you for being a long-time channel member at the 321 level. Thank you. That Southwest there was off to Lehue. It was a Max 8. They're mostly Max 8s out here. Our good friend Wellington Flights Live says, tip for your barber. Great work on Patrick. I will pass that along. Thank you very much, Kevin. If you haven't checked out Kevin's site, China over there, he does some really cool. He does some really cool stuff over there. Gets some really cool planes that I never get to see over here. So it's good tuning in. I like tuning into his show to see the planes I never see. The only you remember what I was saying about a half an hour ago about remembering to keep batteries charged, and sometimes batteries can be a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's what I lost the battery for the mixer, so I think everything else is still functioning. Yeah, I think everything else is still functioning. That should be on. Yep. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, no. Oh, we might have. Oh, I know. Hold on. No, that should work.
Magnum 10 is at blue, request Red Hills to departure. Magnum 10, hello, sir, roger, depart southbound Pilot Search to make sure all remains. Clear runway 9, on the go. Magnum 10, I'm sorry, report airborne. 9, 10. Southwest 1795, hello, sir, cross to me, Los Juliet.
You remember what I was saying about switching over to the switching over to the 360 cam? Yeah, that might not be happening. It just completely, when the battery freaked out and it switched over to the backup battery, it freaked out. Yeah.
And then 1500 north, 16300 west, turn at 5.
Yeah, it's on the same battery, but usually it flips over. Usually it flips over to the internet is on the back for the. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. So the 360 camera. The internet for that is on the backup battery, and when it went off the backup battery and onto the backup internet, it didn't like that and didn't come back. So we'll see if we can get it going before the thing, but if not, we'll figure it out.
Magnum 10, contact departure. New Zealand, so on. New Zealand, so there's like. Barker, it's Barker, New Zealand not heavy. Bravo Alpha Romeo Kilo Romeo.
What the heck? I tried to reconnect and it's telling me I have 4 Fortnite streams coming up, which is, I don't understand what's going on there. I can't even help myself, O'Malley. Sorry, I'm O'Malley. I missed the chat. I don't know what I need to help with. Code. What do you mean with that code? The Hanaho? Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh. Okay. Aye. Aye. Apparently, I've looked into it. Apparently, I need to buy a new battery now. That battery just died. It wasn't just out of juice. It is dead. So, I might take some of Kevin's haircut tip money and throw it in the battery fund. That sucks. All right, well, it is what it is. We'll fight through it. We'll be back tomorrow. As you can tell, the scanner beeping behind me, the battery is not coming up again. So we'll fight through it. There might not be a 360 camera tomorrow. We'll find out. Tune in us tomorrow at 6:45 a.m. We'll find out together. So we'll. Oh, we do have a C-17. You guys want to stay for the C-17? The next one out is a C-17, so I might have lied about the Honu plane. Alright, we got one more coming out. Yeah. Still trying to figure out why the 360 encoder thinks I have Fortnite streams. I don't know why. Alright. So thanks to everyone. Thanks all for being here. We're going to take one more plane. We're going to do a Honu ×2 here. We might be doing a Honu time. What is going on here? What time is it? Okay. Don't go anywhere. This is all confusing. Apparently the airport gods don't want me to leave. Because there's something else at the end of the runway that's not on any of the radars either. Oh boy, what are they doing here? Turn it around. They're going to go that way. Yeah. Hi. Hi. You guys know what this means. Hi. Anybody know why the UPS just took a left turn? First correct answer. Anybody knows what that? Anybody know what that was? I'll give 30 seconds. Anybody know what that was? I'll give you a hint. I might be the first one to ever catch that in a stream. Come on, anybody know? Someone's got to know. Anybody know what the Gulfstream was? Close. Illegalized shemp, but not. Alex got it. There we go. Royal Australian Air Force MC-55A Pellegrine. I might be the first one to ever catch that in a stream. Those are being delivered through, I think there's 4 of them. They're being delivered from the United States, from the continental United States through Hawaii to Australia. So one came through the other day. That one came in, I believe, yesterday or the day before. This is the plane that me and Mrs. Reverse Ops were actually at the airport for yesterday, trying to see. But caught it on the way out. That's cool. All right, we're gonna see if we can catch this UPS leaving in reverse ops. I got about 12 seconds here before it needs to do that. So, but what I'm gonna do, is I am gonna start packing up the 360 camera because it's dead anyway, and we'll catch the UPS, and then I got to get the heck out of here. So hold on, we'll catch a queen. I'm gonna break down some stuff real quick. Oh, I forgot to answer that question. The UPS turned left instead of right because they're switching the airport around. And it looks like he's going to take off on 26 left. All right, thanks again for hanging out with us. So what they're doing is they switch the runways around, so we're getting kind of southerly winds right now, sort of. So they're switching the airport around, so the flow is going to go left to right on your TV screen. And Airframe Production is right. All the landings will, 90% of the landings will switch over here to the reef runway, and most of the departures will switch over to 26 right. So if you're in the area and want to see the turtles really close up, if the wind stays this direction, they'll be leaving off 26 right, which is the normally 8 left. So I hate to ask for money when stuff breaks, but that's just the way it is. Anybody want to? So if you feel the need to give, over the next few shows, I'll be taking in money for a new battery. So if you feel the need, and help me out a little bit, I would appreciate that. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, we call that reverse op squared. What we need to do is have a queen start moving. Come on. Well, he's got a Hawaiian behind him, so you better get moving pretty quick. There he goes. All right. I think that maybe that 717 behind him is heading over to the other runway. So when we're in reverse ops, all the heavies will land here on the reef runway, and some of the smaller 717s and things like that will land on 26 right. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh no, he's doing a go around. So he is the plane that was coming in behind him actually was a 321. He's actually doing a go around because there's no way I'm able to find him in the air because the queen was not ready. No one rushes the queen, I guess. Yeah. Here's the somewhere in there was in the middle of the clouds. Oh, there he is. He's behind the pole. That's why I couldn't find him. So that right there is the plane that did the go around. I turned off my ATC so I couldn't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Exactly, Keith. Now, hopefully he's got another 717 coming up behind him. That 717 I think is turning to go over to the other runway. Oh, we have a donation to the battery fund. Thank you. So, on my end, it didn't. It came through as anonymous. So I'm sorry if I. But it was a 15-pound donation to the battery fund. Thank you. We'll, if that comes through as a name, I will add that to the comments later. Thank you very much. All right. What else can I break down here? Okay. Guess I can break down my sunshade. There's an ops car screaming down the taxiway towards that 747, so there might be something wrong. Anybody listening to ATC know what's going on? I turned off my ATC. Thank you, Robert. Robert's one was a 13-month as a 717 level. Alright, the ops car left. I don't know if you could see that. The ops car left. Thanks again, Robert. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks everyone for hitting 700 likes. I really appreciate that. Man, I'm going to be late today. Oh my God. Alright, so I really got to pack up the rest of the stuff. So I'm going to leave the encoder and the camera up till last, and then we'll see where we're at. But I'm going to have to turn off the computer now so I won't see any more chat messages. And I got to take the struts down from underneath the car. Alright, so I'll take everything down but the camera and the encoder. Oh wait, it's moving now. Okay, oh, it's moving now. I just had to get rough with it. All right, thanks again for hanging out. I really got to run now, so we'll see you all tomorrow morning, 6:45 a.m. We'll do this all over again. All right, love you all. Bye. Aloha.